And welcome to another exciting week of NWA Mountain State Wrestling right here on Fox West Virginia, WVNS-DT TV. Coming to you from Hinton, West Virginia. Buddy Love will be joined later on by NWA Mountain State Venture Larry Light. Buddy Light down out here with us this week. He'll be with us again in 2 weeks. But we got an exciting week of action this week on noon all the way to 1 o'clock. This Saturday we've got Kris King against Diablo Jr. for the TV title. NWA Mountain State Heavyweight Champion Frank the Tank Parker in non-title action. And also, we've got a match versus titles match. The Texas Outlaws taking on Dynamite Derik Billings and Billy Litt. That's all coming your way right here on NWA Mountain State Television.
Most Hated Award.
And he deserves every vote it got. He deserves every vote because he is the most hated.
I believe he made me the Antonella Barba of NWA Mountain State. I just hope we don't see any of those pictures.
He's one of the most hated in my book. I've had a lot of confrontations with Johnny Blast in the last year and a half.
And he's going to be taking on Tony the Worm Richardson. Worm, he's a police chief down in Damascus, Virginia. And he's hoping to hold law and order right here tonight.
Tremendous wrestler. Johnny Blast is going to have his hands full tonight.
Of course, Johnny Blast still carrying that leather belt. I'm not sure, it may still be the belt that he stripped off Bubba Kyle in this very building several months ago and whipped that poor young man like he owed him money.
I think it is. And he's been carrying it ever since then. And he's used it quite a few times. Even though I haven't been at every show, I have seen some of the videotape, so I've been keeping an eye on what's going on.
And that's one of those things that Worm's got to keep in the back of his mind. He's got that weapon on the side of the ring. And of course, he also knows Johnny's got a lot of friends that have his back. So he's always got to wonder and maybe keep an eye on this back door here.
No doubt about that.
Very well could have won most armpit hair of the year as well.
You can tell him that.
No, I want to keep my job.
Okay. Both of these guys are wily veterans, that's for sure. I've had a pleasure of watching them in the ring for quite a few years. I don't always agree with the tactics of Johnny Blast, but you got to admit, he knows his way around the square circle.
He's a multiple-time champion at every level he's wrestled at.
He's a very tough individual wrestler, but he's even tougher when he's in a tag team.
That's true. So he's held the tag team straps here several times. I mean, he could do it with a partner by himself, and, you know, he's got to keep that in mind when he's taking on Tony the Worm Richardson, that Tony's just as good.
Oh, definitely there. If you want to wrestle, Tony Richardson will wrestle with you. But if you want to get physical, he can get right down with the best of them. Oh, big elbow. Oh.
Going for a quick cover here. Blast kicks out, and
the wily veteran. His to the outside of the ring. Slow things down a little bit.
He ducks out of the ring, almost runs in the second row. And these are just the mental games. You step out, you make your opponent get aggravated, frustrated, and maybe cause them to make a hustle mistake. They get frustrated, they're going to run at you, maybe make that mistake. So a good thing about Johnny Blast strategically.
Both of these wrestlers are usually thinking 1 or 2 moves ahead, and they know they've just been in the ring a lot, so they know what's going on.
So we saw just a moment ago, Worm missing on the drop toe hold, but the wily veteran Johnny Blast stepped out of the way, and the drop toe hold missed. That's allowed Johnny Blast to get on top here.
Referee Patrick's got his hands full tonight.
Quick cover again, 2 count.
Got a nice crowd here in Hinton tonight. They love their NWA Mountain State Wrestling.
We always have a great crowd out here. They're always lively. And yeah, this is just a beautiful building in here.
Oh, that it is. Really a nice place to videotape. And you can see that TV show on Fox West Virginia every Saturday at 12 noon.
Blast with the jawbreaker. Now getting back in control of this matchup.
Blast putting the boots to Worm.
Working on that midsection, trying to knock the wind out of him. And, yeah, that's the one advantage he has. Worm has an outstanding cardiovascular training.
That he does.
Closed fist to the forehead. Big elbow. And another elbow drop. Worm will kick out at 2. And that's one of the reasons Johnny Blast won that award tonight, a dubious honor as most hated wrestler, because instead of focusing on his game, he constantly distracts himself with the official.
He does that a lot, but he's right there when it gets down to the end of the match or something. He knows where to go.
Taking a shortcut right there. Another shortcut with the boot across the throat.
He knows he's got to count at 5, and he uses all 5.
And most referees know that the fans really don't want to see a DQ like that. So sometimes that 4 to 5 can take a little bit longer just because the ref doesn't want to have to disqualify if he doesn't have to. A couple big knees to the gut.
You want to let him get in there and wrestle and not distract from him. Oh.
Big suplex. This could be it here. Kick out at 2.
2 count. Patrick is right there. Referee is right there on it. He's a referee with a lot of experience.
One of the better referees along the entire Eastern Seaboard. And Johnny.
Closed fist. Referee's admonishing him for that.
Block. Let's see. Worm may have some life left. And Worm cut off at the pass there. Big high knee.
Mr. Wrestling 2 knee lift.
Worm kicks out. Working him in the corner. Gonna reverse it. See, maybe Worm still has some life. No, right there, a big boot to the face. Going for the cover. Kick out by Worm. Got plenty of action underway on the way in this hour. But right now, this is just a good matchup here.
Tremendous. Blast thinks it's all over right now. Thinks he has Worm right where he wants him.
Whip across. Coming in for the big splash. Going for the big roll up too. And that's it.
3 count.
That is it. Johnny Blast loses to Tony the Worm Richardson.
Blast can't believe it. He can't believe that happened. Right before our eyes, we saw it.
Your throat gets dry. Here comes one of the young up-and-comers here, Devin Davis. Yeah, the wrestlers in the back talk good about this kid. The fans love him. He's got a lot of potential, and we're honored to have him here in NWA Mountain State.
We've got a lot of young wrestlers. It's Gordon Soler, you say a lot of young minds in the business, and this is one of them, Devin Davis. He's going to go far in the professional wrestling business. But he's got his hands full tonight with Dr. Roger Hamm.
Whether you love him or hate him, want to wish the congratulations to Roger Hamm, recently married.
I hadn't heard that. Congratulations. It's good to see him in the ring again. One of the reasons I haven't been on TV for a while, I've been out scouring different states, looking at new talent, and you're going to be seeing some of that new talent very soon in NWA Mountain State Wrestling.
It's just a good mix of, you got a 10-year veteran like Roger Hamm, trained at legendary wrestler Boogie Jimmy Valiant's camp.
Know him well, yes.
And like we said, Devin Davis, you're going to see and hear this kid a lot in the coming years.
He's looking better and better every week. Even though when you get in a ring with a veteran, you come out of that ring, you learn something. It may not be what you want to learn, but you will learn something.
That is true. And we saw our another young up-and-comer, Sean O'Sullivan, had a couple matches against Roger Hamm when we were in Pineville.
Very, very true.
And there were some excellent matches. And win or lose, Devin's going to learn some of this matchup. And the first thing is, when the crowd doesn't like a guy, he won't hesitate to bend the rules a little bit as he grabs the hair.
And he's also a very smart wrestler. He knows what to do, and he knows how to work the referee, and he knows that square circle inch by inch. Not only is he very in physically good shape, his mind's in very good shape.
Yeah.
But you got a lot of these young wrestlers are coming out of the NWA Mountain State Wrestling School. And look forward to seeing more in the future, in the next few months.
Yeah. Haven't seen a whole lot of action yet, but the crowd firmly in the corner of Devin Davis.
Dr. Hamm is kind of working with the crowd a little bit. Now he's going to fill out Devin Davis.
And again, using the hair to rip down the young Devin Davis.
Oh, he's letting the referee know what he's going to do and what he's not going to do. He has that cocky attitude. But when you have a cocky attitude, you better be able to back it up. And Dr. Roger Hamm, he can do that. I don't agree with his tactics, like I say, but he is a tremendous wrestler. Now, I've watched him for many years.
Locking up again, working on the hair. And Devin Davis fires right back.
The old saying's what's goose is good for the goose is good for the gander, and we can see that's what he did.
Roger Hamm calling a timeout, I believe.
Now he's mad at the cameraman for getting the camera on him. He's a smart wrestler. He's slowing it down, getting his wits about him. Devin Davis was coming at him too fast. What are the fans calling him? Chicken? Is that it?
Either that or they own stock in Tyson. I'm not sure.
Must be, yes. Referee trying to get him back in the ring.
2006 Referee of the Year, Brian Bubba Kyle.
The senior referee for NWA Mountain State, I tell you.
He's a senior referee, and he's still 3 years from being a senior in high school.
But he's got the experience. I tell you, that's tough.
The youngest referee ever in the NWA.
Yes, and he does a tremendous job. Because he's usually in there with a lot bigger wrestler than what he is. And he stands his ground. Oh, nice amateur move there.
Some nice little mat wrestling here, and Devin Davis gets the advantage.
Nice reversal.
The crowd apparently wants him to break the arm.
I don't think he's going to do that, but he's going to put some pain. Roger Hamm's going to have a little trouble with that shoulder later on tonight. Oh, he's cranking it up now.
A little bit over a year ago, Roger Hamm was still recovering from a broken leg. If we remember, the first TV taping ever for NWA Mountain State.
That's right, yes.
It was actually in this building. Roger Hamm was color commentator with me that night.
I saw the tape of that, and that was a good show. A lot has transpired since then, and Mountain State Wrestling is just going to bigger and better heights day after day, week after week. In fact, that's the tape that helped get us on TV to start with. That's what got us on there. I come on in March of last year, about a year ago, as commissioner. Mm-hmm. And the first thing I did was ban the pile driver that Johnny Blast put on Chad Cross, which ended up being one of the bigger feuds throughout NWA Mountain State Wrestling. Back to the match here, I tell you. Roger Hamm's got a little bit of hair there, I think. Referee trying to get him to break. Oh, Devin Davis saw that one coming.
Devin Davis back on top, got a little bit of momentum going. Again, working on that arm.
Hamm's trying to figure out what's going on. I'm sure he's seen tapes of Devin Davis before, and he's been in the ring with him. Devin Davis is really working on that arm.
Going right back to the hair.
He likes to take those shortcuts. Roger Hamm's got the wrestling ability, but he likes to take those shortcuts ever so often. Oh. I think that took the wind out of Devin Davis. As I say, that Roger Hamm is a very smart wrestler. Oh, big forearm right across the forehead. That was an arrogant pin.
Cocky cover.
To pin the man, you have to hook the leg. That was a very arrogant pin, just putting his hand down on top of him.
And shoot him across. Ducks the clothesline. Ducks another one. Big cross body. 1, 2, kick out.
2 count. Referee Bubba Kyle right there.
And another shortcut. Big clothesline, and down goes Davis.
Hamm's got Davis reeling right now. Hit him in the throat and everything. Kind of takes that wind away from you.
Yeah. Going up for a big slam.
Up,
no, reversed it.
A reversal.
Had him in the ropes and had the tights.
Very scientific wrestler, and he wears that belt well.
But he's got to watch out. Yeah, that belt is a bullseye. And we know J.C. Dykes and Diablo aren't afraid to bend or break the rules, and especially with a belt on the line.
No doubt about that. If J.C. Dykes Jr. is on the outside of the ring, you have to keep your eye on him. And Kris King is the one who last year we put up all 4 belts in the match, and the person that got pinned, which had to be Kris King, lost his belt. So it's great to see him have a title again.
And, you know, he's just got to watch out he doesn't end up in the same fate as Michael Cook. A couple weeks ago, Michael Cook was left, or actually his last week on this program, that Michael Cook was left laying in the middle of the ring, buried in the Mexican flag, courtesy of J.C. Dykes Jr. and Diablo Jr.
You can't let the size of Diablo Jr. fool you. He is a very quick individual and very underhanded too. And even worse when he has J.C. Dykes Jr. with him. Oh, nice reversal.
Good work.
Kris King doing a lot of chain wrestling right there.
He's a dynamite wrestler. He can do it all. He can do the finesse, he can be smash mouth, or he can be technical.
Oh, no doubt about that. He can be a high flyer when he needs to be, or get you right down on the mat.
Diablo Jr. taking the shortcut. I wonder if that's how he got across the border.
It could be. Could very well be. He had to slip in the middle of the night.
Maybe just he snuck across in somebody's briefcase. Ooh.
Kris King taking him down to the mat. Kris King, like I said, he can wrestle. He's got a good size to him. Extremely fast in the ring.
And he's deceptively strong.
That he is, yes. And he is one of the fan favorites. I tell you, the fans love him no matter what town he's in.
Goes right to work now on the leg.
You see J.C. Dykes Jr. out here. Referee's going to have to keep, Patrick's going to have to keep his eye on him.
And this is smart wrestling by Kris King. You don't leave yourself open for any opportunity for the interference from J.C. Dykes. You keep Diablo Jr. on the mat in the center of the ring. Don't do any running around. Don't get close to the ropes. And, that's just good, good strategy.
Keep your man in the middle of the ring, and you've always got that chance to pin him. Looks like Kris King is going to work on the leg and the ankle of Diablo Jr. If you take somebody's wheels out from under them, they can't do a lot in the ring. He's going for a surfboard. I almost had it.
Almost had it. That's got to hurt just as bad.
The body's not meant to bend that way. I love to watch Kris King in the ring. He was trained by a good friend of mine, Mr. Bobby Blaze out of Ashland, Kentucky. Former Smoky Mountain heavyweight champion.
Oh! Diablo had that one scouted, rolls out of the way.
Oh, taking some shortcuts here.
Working on him in the corner.
Trying to take that wind out of Kris King with those knees to the stomach and chest area.
We got to watch this. J.C. Dykes making his way over to the corner.
Diablo Jr.'s got the referee distracted.
You can see it right there in your living room. J.C. Dykes Jr. not afraid to break the rules for his client, I guess is what you call it.
That's it. Anybody that will pay J.C. Dykes Jr. some money, he'll do anything. And has done just about anything. Now I think it runs in the family.
Big clothesline puts Kris King to the mat. And a cover. Kick out.
Referee's quick right there on it. 2 count.
Diablo Jr. begging for a count of trace.
Raking the eyes with the boots there. Big elbow. He's got Kris King reeling right now.
Oh. Right in the gut. That's going to take the wind out of him.
Oh.
And that's going to open him up for whatever Diablo would like to do.
Referee, give him a count of 5. Admonishing him, said, man, you got to keep them feet out of the throat.
And there we go. J.C. Dykes Jr. finds the open door.
Choking him on that bottom rope. Doing a little bit more damage to that throat area.
Another shortcut. Drop kick to the back. Shoulder area. Going for the cover. That's a 2.
Oh, working on that neck. That's a painful hold. Okay. That's a very painful hold. And they've already been working on that throat area, too.
Kris King back up to a vertical base off the ropes. Reverses the clothesline. Oh, that looks nasty. And this is going to hurt. That could be it. Oh, no. Diablo Jr. kicked out.
That's 2.5. Oh,
big
suplex.
suplex.
That was a quick one, too.
And
he
a
does that
2
so
count.
quick. I mean, just boom, you're right into it.
Big
like a
uppercut.
forearm.
Dykes Jr. grabbing a chair. Bulldog right to Diablo Jr. Senton. This could be it. He kicks out from the seated senton.
I don't know how he could kick out of that, I tell you. Oh, it looked like a rake of the eyes.
Dice Jr. slid in a chair.
JC Dice getting involved.
Setting up for the pedigree on the chair. Instead, Kris King will reverse it. Back elbow.
Oh, referee trying to grab the chair and throw it out of the ring. Diablo Jr. has it. Uh-oh. Kris King. Oh! Super kick. Hit the chair right in Diablo's head.
And that will be it. Kris King remains your NWA Mountain State Television Champion. I guess
Dream comes to the top.
JC Dykes and the Texas Outlaws, Billy Witt, and Dynamite Derik Billings are tired of your antics. So tonight, titles versus mask. Me and Billy Witt, we're going to prove once and for all that you are indeed the Bunkhouse Boys. We're going to prove that we're the most dominant tag team in NWA Mountain State.
I've been working out as hard as I've ever been working out because I know that you guys are the Bunkhouse Boys. Call me Billy White, call me whatever you want to, but respect me because I am one half of the tag team champions, and those goals are staying around mine and Dynamite Derik Billings' waist, and that's the way it's going to be, boys. Break it.
And we are back. This is Buddy Love alongside of the NWA Mountain State Commissioner Larry Light. He's not just sitting at home with a cold one watching TV. I'm sure he's getting ready to come get that title from Frank Parker.
If he's sitting home recouping, he's watching those videotapes, and he's going to be ready if he does get to come back to NWA Mountain State. And, of course, we'd like to sign him again.
This will be a great match for the Executioner to learn from. You know, he's going up against the measuring stick, Frank the Tank Parker.
Very true.
The one advantage. Oh, there's Executioner going right to work, catching Frank Parker off guard.
And all that's going to do is make Frank mad.
And you don't want to do that.
Oh.
Executioner just got executed.
That's a clothesline. That's a clothesline. Oh, big body slam. That's a big man picking up a big man.
That's true. This is a clash of the Titans, and with some more experience, maybe this will be a more even matchup. But right now, obviously, Frank the Tank Parker, the talented veteran, is basically going to just put on a clinic here.
That's why the Executioner took that cheap shot there at the start. He thought, well, if I get the upper hand, I might have a chance. But just for a few seconds, that's all it was.
Executioner's biggest opportunity would have been to remain a mystery. Because obviously with so few matches under his belt, Frank Parker doesn't know a whole lot about him. So what you do is you keep it a mystery. And, taking that gamble at the beginning may not have been the brightest thing for him to do.
Nope. You don't want to get Parker mad. Now he go give him a wrestling lesson. He's working on the arm. Got that arm bar.
Of course, fans, this is a non-title match. The Executioner, a young guy, just doesn't have the credentials to really earn that title shot just yet. But this is just a good building block for him.
He's like all wrestlers. You have to work your way up from the bottom. You're going to learn something in every match, as I've said before. But he's going to learn a lesson tonight. Frank has been on both sides of the fence, too. So if you want to cut corners, he can cut corners, too. Oh.
A rare mistake by Frank Parker.
Executioner going to take advantage of that, too. There, working on that knee. Trying to take one of those wheels out from under Parker.
Still working on that leg. And that knee's not supposed to bend that way.
Well, you can see he's learned something in the wrestling school. He get a hold of that leg and keep working that same body part. As Ole Anderson said, grab an arm or leg and hold on.
Yep.
Until they submit. So he's got Parker in a bad position right now. In the center of the ring, and he's still working on that knee.
Still working on it. Now, this may be a mistake, but being so young, you had Frank Parker on the mat. You don't pick him right back up.
Yep. Yep. And there proves it right there. Big knee to the gut of the executioner. Parker trying to shake that knee off there a little bit. Taking him back down. Maybe he'll learn his lesson this time to keep him down on the mat. When you got your opponent down on the mat, they're all the same size.
2 count as he applies that hold on the leg. And that's something that will catch a wrestler. You're in pain, you're writhing on the mat trying to get out of this hold. You'll forget both of your shoulders are touching, and you just got to be very careful with that.
The wily veteran of Frank Parker there, he knows about the 3 count and everything, so he keeps his head out there knowing, big boot to the executioner.
Frank Parker back on top of this matchup.
Still limping on that left leg here.
Referee for this match is Brian Bubba Kyle, the youngest referee in NWA history, looking in to make sure that everything's legal. And a big drop kick.
And that was a big drop kick.
That may have been a high risk, especially considering the damage that's been done to the knee.
But he got up there and he about took the executioner's head off.
The executioner just barely able to grab onto that rope.
Fans are getting behind Parker, your NWA Mountain State Wrestling champion.
Big fist right to the forehead. Parker still trying to shake off the effects of what executioner has done to that left leg. And right there, another shot to that knee. And executioner's got an opening.
He was thinking. Right back to that leg. Parker's going to have trouble walking out of here, the building tonight. Executioner staying right on him.
And again, the young executioner picks up Frank Parker when he had him solidly on the mat. Here he goes. Misses. Parker going to pick up the big man. A lot of strain in that leg. What's this going to be?
Big drop.
This could be it. 3, and that's it.
Listen here, you fans of Mountain State Wrestling. You voted me, Johnny Blast, most hated wrestler of the year. Who are you? Who are you to deem that you hate me? Well, guess what? I hate you. And just to prove it, I'm coming to your town in April, and I'm bringing all kinds of mayhem with me. I don't care where we're at, whether we're in Bud, whether we're in Beaver, whether we're in White Sulphur Springs, or right back here in Hinton on April the 14th at the Summers County Community Building. People like Johnny Blast, Diablo Jr., Dr. Roger Hamm, we're going to be in your town. You better come see us. Right, Dr. Hamm?
That's right. And you know what? I'm not the most hated wrestler around. I should be the most loved wrestler around. And ladies, when I'm coming to your town, you come on out. The doc might just give you some sugar. And I'm going to be in every town that there's a paycheck. That's a lot of towns. We're coming to your town next.
Mountain State Wrestling in April. We're coming to see you. See.
Oh, they're getting into it with the Outlaws right now.
Titles versus masks. The Outlaws bellying up to get in the face of Derik Billings and Billy Litt, much like they get in line at the buffet table.
And the Outlaws have that weasel. J.C. Dykes has that weasel, J.C. Dykes Jr. on the outside of the ring. And you know he's going to be involved. in some form or the other.
He's been a thorn in the side of our tag team champions for quite some time. Originally coming out almost on their side, helping them get match results overturned, and then turned on them in Princeton, West Virginia.
Well, you can tell who the fans love. They love this young tag team. And this is a couple of those young lions that I was talking about earlier. They're getting more experience every single time, every match.
I tell you what, this is a great quality versus quantity match.
Now, that's true. That's a weighty issue, but I'll agree with you.
Yeah. Let's not get too heavy in here. Let's just watch the show.
Keep it light. Okay. You got the speed and the agility of Lit and Billings, and you've got the power and the
gravitational pull.
That's true, too. I'm glad you're sitting on that side and I'm over here, because I'll have to go through you to get to me, right?
Maybe.
Okay. And let's get to this great tag team match here tonight. Titles versus Mass.
And J.C. Dice Jr., the X Factor on the outside.
Very true. Can you believe this? He actually gave him a clean break. Outlaw, too. It must have been a lapse of memory or something, because he doesn't do that.
So let's see here.
Whoa, took him right down. Trying that quick pin.
And he's reeling. He may have hit his head on the mat on his way down there.
I don't even think he expected Billy Lit to come up with that move. He cradled him right up there.
Of course, the crowd hoping and praying to see these masks come off and prove once and for all these are, in fact, the Bunkhouse Boys.
I've had quite a few of the people here, like I said, emailing me or seeing me after shows, telling me they think that's who it is. Oh, big drop kick by Derik Billings. Put a little extra weight behind Billy Lit. Outlaw 2 went over. Outlaw 2's a big fella, but Outlaw 1 is even bigger. Maybe that's how they got the numbers, according to their size.
And it's also confusing because we saw when they wrestled Frank the Tank Parker, they switched in and out trying to get that NWA Mountain State Heavyweight title. They switched back and forth between each other.
Oh, my gosh. I know. I'm sure when the two Texas Outlaws pull up to a buffet, the place just shuts down.
Yeah.
Notice the Outlaw 1 has Billy Lit had him over next to where J.C. Dice was.
Oh, right to the eyes. And that's especially painful, getting that makeup and that face paint right there into the eyes of Billy Lit.
And the Texas Outlaws are not bashful about using shortcuts. They'll go to the eyes, rake the eyes, do anything they can to get the advantage.
Whip across the ropes.
Oh, big hip toss. That was a long way to fall. Little double teaming here. Oh, big clothesline by the two of them.
J.C. Dice taunting Billy Lit on the outside. The crowd trying to get behind the Atlanta native, Billy Lit. Going for a suplex, are we? Billy Lit's going to block it using the ropes. Billy Lit again blocking it.
Oh,
able to reverse it.
All right. Nice tag. Time to get Derik Billings in there. Bring the fresh man in.
Big flying back elbow. Going for the cover near the ropes. Now Outlaw is that number 2 or 1?
That's 2.
Number 2 grabs the bottom rope.
Oh, missed with the clothesline. Oh, flying leg. And a flying referee.
The referee flies across the ring, gets a 2 count.
Oh. Oh.
Tries to roll him up.
Go try it again here.
But I believe Outlaw number 2 has blocked this.
Oh, Samoan drop.
That's got to hurt.
That'll knock the wind out of you real quick. I don't about to count 1.5 there. J.C. Dykes Jr., just like his father, he's a weasel, and he'll do anything in the world to get his wrestlers a win. So the referee, besides watching the 2 in the ring, he has to keep his eye on him. Outlaw 1's in the ring. Oh,
big back body drop.
That's a long ways up and a long ways down.
Derik Billings gets a big elbow to the back of the head.
Billings trying to get over here to his partner and get a tag. Referee didn't see the tag.
Referee did not see the
Outlaws
tag.
are doing a double
now we got
team.
a double team in the corner on the opposite side.
Referee's asking him. Raking Derik Billings' eyes across the ropes. If you can't see too well, that hurts too. Takes your vision away.
Whip across the ropes.
Oh, big clothesline.
And that's that size and girth right there coming into play.
Took Billings right off his feet. And that's the smaller than the Texas Outlaws.
I don't know if you can actually use the term small. I think you can just say less big.
Maybe that's true. It's big and bigger.
Possibly Dumb and Dumber as well.
Here, the manager, J.C. Dykes Jr., is over here arguing with Billy Litt, trying to distract him from the match. But you got to keep your eye on him at all times.
Tag is made.
Oh, Billy Litt working on both the Texas Outlaws right now. Outlaw number 1 throwing Billy Litt outside, right on the floor.
Derik Billings in the far corner. J.C. Dykes getting up on the apron. What's he doing?
He shouldn't be in the ring.
He's just ducking out of the way. Uh-oh. Derik Billings may be getting some long-sought revenge against J.C. Dykes.
He's going to get a surprise. The Outlaws are on the outside of the ring. J.C. Dykes is in the ring with Billy Litt in front of him, and he don't know, but Derik Billings is behind him. Oh.
And a nice double team maneuver. Some revenge. Finally got it on J.C. Dykes Jr. The crowd yelling from the far side. Oh, he had a chain in his hand.
The referee's outside the ring. He didn't see anything. He's out here with these two.
No, this can't be happening.
I couldn't see. All I saw was the Outlaw punch Billings, but I didn't see what happened.
We're going to have to review this tape. The NWA Tag Team Championship has moved to Texas.
One justice has been served today. My men, the mission of the MSW is not one to see. But you know what, guys? I have a surprise for you. Next week, another injustice is going to be served. Because next week, their first title defense is going to be against the returning bunkhouse boys. That's right. I got them back, found the loophole, and we're coming back. And next week, you're going to see these two monsters against them two monsters. Tune in.
And what an exciting week. We just saw a title change. The NWA Tag Team Champions are now the Outlaws as they did defeat Dynamite Derik, Billings, and Billy Litt. Maybe a little bit questionable. There are some fans that thought they saw a metal object in the hand of Outlaw number 1 to pick up the victory. But next week, according to J.C. Dykes Jr., the manager of the Outlaws, it will be the Texas Outlaws against the Bunkhouse Boys next week for the NWA Mountain State Tag Team titles. It's going to be interesting to see how that happens. We got another exciting week of wrestling action coming your way. 12 o'clock next week on Fox West Virginia, WBNSD.